What's the deal? It's your boy who's in We're back talking sports. So the Bucks stink. Yes, the Bucks stink. The Bucks stink so bad that we getting Giannis rumblings about him possibly wanting to trade, where he would like to go, and so on and so forth. I want to say something about Giannis though. Giannis was one of my favorite players. I thought he played with that old school mentality. I thought that he was one of the few with an old school mindset, this, and that. But lately, Giannis has been a diva, bro. Yeah, Giannis has been a diva. I didn't know that Giannis didn't play last night. That's Kawhi Leonard diva type. That's Kawhi Leonard diva type shit. And your team is not good enough right now for Giannis. His team is not good enough right now for Giannis to basically be sitting out any games if he when he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, there's an article that is basically saying that you should keep an eye on Giannis this summer for the Knicks. And I'm gonna read it and we're gonna get into this because this is an interesting article. Very interesting. So the article says Giannis Antetokounmpo, Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to join the Knicks if he forces a trade from the Bucks. It says as the Milwaukee Bucks continue to struggle this season, the prospect of Giannis Antetokounmpo forcing his way out becomes an increasingly likely possibility. Quote, Giannis has already let some people know that places he's eyeing are Miami and New York if he decides he wants to move, said NBA insider Bill Ryder. They've got to be bad enough where Giannis asks for a trade. But there are a lot more people after the last few losses who think that the trade deadline that is possible. The Bucks losing is good for a lot of people out there who are at least going to make a run. And there are some teams who think they have the assets and or market to get them. It goes on. The New York Knicks are still fresh off the heels of their most recent trade, the acquisition of Karl Anthony Towns. After that deal, the Knicks only have so many assets to give, but they they might still have enough for one major move depending on what they're willing to give up. In the case of Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's everything the Knicks have been looking for in a superstar. While he's not the perfect, while he's not perfect by any stretch, Giannis' abilities as a finisher and shot blocker are unmatched at his position, and it make a perfect complement to Jalen Brunson and his teammates on the court. After finishing second in the East last season, the Knicks made some big moves by acquiring Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns alongside Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby. They hope those additions will be enough to win the title, but adding Giannis will give them their best chance of all. The two-time MVP is still in his prime and currently averaging 31 points, 12.3 rebounds, and 6.3 assists per game on 63% shooting. He can do everything on the floor, and his length makes him a versatile defender in any situation. Giannis, 29, has risen to the ranks to become one of the NBA's top two-way athletes. In 2021, he led the Bucks to an NBA championship after averaging 28.1 points, 11 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks per game on 56.9% shooting. But after several failed campaigns and parting ways with core championship players, the Bucks have been in a major decline and things are spinning out of control at a rapid pace. This season, despite full help from Giannis and Dame Lillard, the Bucks are dead last in the East at 1-5. Make that 1-6. Actually, make that 1-7. They rank 24th on defense and are 20th in offensive rating. With so much of the season to left to play, it's still too early for the Bucks to panic, but concerns are certainly rising for the fans, especially after their underwhelming playoff performance the past spring. If the Bucks ever do get to a point where it's time to start over, we know the Knicks will be ready to make the call, and if they pull it off, it could change the hierarchy in the East for years to come. All in all, this is basically saying that if the Bucks think bad enough, which they do right now, it's basically saying if the Bucks keeps thinking that Giannis is gone, I don't think the Knicks will be able to get him. But if they did, boy, Boston, you got Boston and Cleveland. Y'all got a hell of a motherfucking competition against y'all. I think that would make the Knicks the favorite, honestly. I think Boston was still probably slightly, just a little bit, but I think the Boston and the Knicks should be the favorite together if that was to happen. Like that shit would be ridiculous, depending on what they actually have to give up for him. But Giannis, he's getting to become a diva though, bro. I mean, he didn't had two, three, four coaches in the last couple of years. He's been hurt the last couple of years in the playoffs, which is why they haven't been doing anything. Well, the Miami basically took their lunch money and they got knocked out in the first round. And they're horrible. They're one of the worst teams in the East, if not the worst team in the East. Their defense is abysmal, abysmal. Like it's awful, bro. Anybody can beat them, and I mean anybody, bro. I mean, it's getting sad, bro. Very sad. And at this point, shit, Giannis might have to ask for a trade. He didn't play last night, so what the fuck though? Like Giannis doing his best LeBron impression or Embiid impression. You play one game, you don't play the next game, and all that. What is up with that? All I'm gonna say is this: if the Bucks don't make the playoffs, or if the Bucks are still like this by the trade deadline, it will be some movement, and it might not be Giannis. Honestly, it might not be Giannis, but it's gonna be some movement over there. Cause this right here, they worse than my Pistons. Right now, the Bucks are worse than my Pistons. So if something don't change, if something don't change, it will be some movement in Milwaukee. You can bank on that, bro. You can definitely bank on that. This been Who Is Hendo, man, with another video, man. There's no games today, but I will be bringing y'all some more content. Also, Joel Embiid has been suspended 3 games. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Giannis. Basically, the article is saying that the Knicks are one of the teams you could be eyeing for Giannis to be traded to if the Bucks are that bad this year. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying, after this year in the summer. Personally, he said Miami as well. I think Miami would be a better destination for him. You know what I'm saying? I think it would make more sense. But who knows? But the Bucks definitely are trash this year, so it depends on if the Bucks. The season is still young. We're not even 10 games in. So if the Bucks somehow happen to get it together, maybe Giannis don't go nowhere or whatever like that. But I think Giannis is gone. If the same shit happened last year, this year, Giannis is gone, bro. I just got a feeling. I got a like a real feeling. And then you got articles like this coming out. You got Giannis in, and we don't get it done, I might be traded. No, ain't no you might be traded. You gonna want out. That's what it is. The Bucks ain't trading your ass. The Bucks ain't finna be like, if they lose this year, oh yeah, let's get rid of Giannis. They're not doing that. Giannis is gonna have to be like, look, I want out. I want out. So it don't look good for the Bucks. I told you I wasn't high on the Bucks to begin. But you got some people out here who for some reason are believing in the Bucks that they're gonna get it together and they're gonna be a force. I don't know why they believe it, but there's some content creators out here that really believe in the Bucks. I don't know why, bro. When their perimeter defense is atrocious, just like people that believe in the Lakers, their perimeter defense is atrocious. If you can't guard an elite backcourt in this game, you're getting cooked. That's a recipe for disaster. A recipe for disaster. If you have good perimeter defense and your backcourt can score, then you become the Boston Celtics. Then you become the OKC Thunder. Teams like that. Now Cleveland as well, but Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are okay on defense. But if you don't have no, but they have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen and Isaac Okoro and those type of players to take on the backcourts. You know what I'm saying? Isaac Okoro could be guarding the best player. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, man. I think the Bucks are just straight dumpster fire juice, and that perimeter defense is one of the worst in the NBA. And you seeing the effects of losing Drew Holiday. So like, share, subscribe, man. Hit that join button. This has been Who is Hendo with another video, man. Happy election day. I really don't care who win. Either way it go, be FUCKED. So like, share, subscribe, man. Hit that join button. I'm out. Peace.